Well, here we go. New Zealand 2026 January with Gate 1. So here we are about ready to land in Auckland. Little did we know it looks a little rainy. Well, it did rain on and off for 16 days in a row. But our first day was on and off showers, but gorgeous sometimes, like what you see here. Our first meal in Auckland was at Ahi restaurant that served traditional Maori food. And here is a short-finned eel. And it was really cool because Jordan, the manager, was from Elmira. The next day we went on a wine tour. It was pouring down rain most of the day, but when we went to Muriwai Beach, where the gannets were, it was beautiful. And so here are some shots of a cave that goes all the way through, and the next couple videos are of the gannets where they have colonies and they nest. It's really cool.
Oh, you get all sorts of colours. I mean, it's always like that. It's evergreen. New Zealand doesn't have any deciduous trees. It's all evergreen, so it's like that summer, winter. But what does change is sort of it's almost like a filter.
This is their mating season in July and August, and amazingly enough, their wingspan is about 6 feet. And when they fly off, they fly to Australia, and a year they come back to New Zealand, to this spot, to breed again. And these birds eat fish, and they are clocked at about 90 miles an hour flying straight down to get the fish from the ocean. That's pretty amazing. And incidentally, these birds mate for life.
They go back to Australia for the winter. About May, June, July they're over there. And 9 months here breeding.
That's a little one, right?
Yep.
You see a little cute. Come on! Yeah, that's the one I'm trying to...
That evening, we went to this place called the Occidental. It was the best food we had in Auckland and the whole New Zealand. They had baked green-lipped mussels with a selection of 3 types: garlic and herb butter, creamed spinach and cheese, and tomato, herbs, and parmesan. Unbelievably good. The next day, we climbed 3 different volcanoes that were surrounding Auckland. And it was pretty cool. It actually didn't rain when we were walking around, which was wonderful. There's the tower, and our hotel is right next to it. And we are going to meet the group later on in the evening today.
See how it's got no trees on it? Yeah.
And this is where the lava flowed out. This is the cone. And there is another crater. So there's a crater, and there's a crater.
They make a special trip.
Okay, so here's our group. Great group, no complainers, nobody being late, 14 people, very well traveled. We're at the Waitomo glowworm caves, and of course at the far left you see the guy with a huge arm outstretched. Yeah, that's our tour leader, Lindsay. So when we went into the cave, it was about a 45-minute trip in there, and it was absolutely really pretty cool. The glowworms were really wild. It lit up the ceiling, which was pretty impressive. After the glowworm caves, we drove to Rotorua, and this is our, like a homestay dinner at a family. It was fabulous.
And then we always embellish our speeches with a song, and that was a song that relates directly to what I was speaking about. Okay? So that's what we call a welcome. So now, this is what our view used to look like. up to about 18 months ago. And then that's what it looks like now. So there was a couple of things that were in the way. You have a look? So,
Did you have to get permission to change it, or what?
yes. Yeah, so we had to get permission to change it, to get those trees.
My national competition for Kabaka. So I'm just going to demonstrate the whittle I did this year, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy it.
Good.
Yummy.
You like this, like that lamb?
I haven't tried that yet. It looks delicious.
Like the mussels.
The mussels?
Yeah?
A muscle. Oh, we have the photographer.
Oh, it's good to have a photographer in the group.
Oh, you got a flash.
Yeah.
This is professional.
Yeah.
We're going to be on TV.
We're in Hobbitland now.
Hobbiton.
Oh, Hobbiton, yeah, whatever the hell it is. So here's one of the, whatever that is called. What is it called again? A
Hobbit.
hobbit hole or something.
Hobbit hole, yeah.
And here's some more hobbits coming. So we got a whole bunch of hobbits around. Oh yeah. And there's some hobbits up there. Actually, they did a really good job with the hobbit things.
This could be the craziest question yet, but were there certain ones that you knew it was their house, or is it just generic? Yeah, one was photos and one was.
So here's some more hobbit hole things. So there's a hobbit right there. Oh, I need a beer.
Enjoying New Zealand summer.
Oh, yeah, I need a beer.
Oh, yeah. These are so cute.
Yeah.
You want to spank it? You want to spank it? I don't want to make it.
Oh, look at, there's clothes hanging up over there. And there's honeycombs right there.
So cute.
All right. Here's some hobbits here. Look at. They're everywhere.
It's called the Dragon's Den. We're in Hobbiton and having a full stout. It's so yummy.
Beautiful.
And the fire feels so good after that rain. Cheers.
All right, here we go. The dark beer is exceptional, man.
Okay. If you like dark beer.
Oh yeah, if you don't like dark beer. Do you have milk? Is that what you got, milk?
No.
Oh, okay, okay. The meat pies were pretty damn good, weren't they? The scones were a little dry.
They said too.
All right, let me get the other table. Oh wait, how the hell do I get over there? Okay, kids, look this way, you little hobbits. Yeah. There we go. So after the Hobbit thing, we came back to Rotorua to the geothermal springs. It was super cool. And we stayed there for about 45 to 50 minutes. It was outstanding. Reminded me of Yellowstone.
To accommodate the slowly growing nature of the mud pool that we have here. Now this mud pool, much like all of the other mud pools you'll find in our city, are incredibly good for your skin. However, your pathway over here was a bit steep. You do foresee certain discomfort. You can make your way back down and head down to your normal path. But
That's for boiling the eggs on that one.
That's pretty cool.
That's so impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting some hot now.
Yep, it is. Now these two people said that they lived in the area, but I wouldn't go that close to any geyser when it's super hot. But they were walking around taking pictures and stuff. Well, good for them. So now, after a great dinner from this cultural center, Michelle volunteered me to be chief. And it was pretty interesting. I didn't have to do much, but at least we get to sit in the front row. So now we were able to watch a ceremony, and the woman that I have centered in the middle was our homestay dinner daughter of the parents that gave us the dinner, which I thought was pretty cool. So the next day we were on our way to a town called Taupu, and the coolest part was the Puka Falls. It was really impressive. So after the falls, we went to a great pie shop. Pies. Meat pies, chicken pies, all that other stuff. And we are going over those mountains up there. And this is the first time we've seen sunshine in 12 days. But it's supposed to pour over there. We'll see what happens.
wow, the donuts.
I know.
Oh, look at this.
Holy crow. So now, after the meat pies, it's off to Napier. And it takes quite a while, and it's a little bit sunny, which is great. So we're going to be there in about an hour or two. Michelle's probably sitting right there. And here is what this looks like. This is supposed to be the first place in the world for the sun to rise in Napier, New Zealand, during their summertime. And we're a couple minutes away from sunrise. There it is. So the next day we stopped while we were going to Wellington, and I don't know whose balls Lolly is, but these are Lolly's balls, I guess. I'm not quite sure. And Wellington is called the Windy City, but when we were there, it was fairly nice. It didn't rain very much, it just misted. And our hotel was really pretty cool because it had a chocolate fountain when we got there, and here's what it looked like. Pretty neat. And Wellington is a site in July 1942. When our Marines landed there, there was a dock strike, and they had to combat load their own ships by themselves, and most of the cardboard boxes with food in them disintegrated in the cold rain. Found by accident a microbrewery, and it was great dark beer. We loved it. In fact, we loved Wellington. We were on a cable car. We walked all over maybe 6 or 7 miles. Had a great time. And now we're on a flight from Wellington to Christchurch. I don't have very many pictures of Christchurch because it absolutely poured the entire day we were there. Yep, so here's some photos Michelle took because I didn't want to get out my video camera. That's a pretty cool mural on our hotel, actually. So Michelle's into murals, so I'll show you another one that she took. I like that one with the ice cream. This is what we did when we went on our walk. It was raining a little bit. Pouring actually, and they had pretty cool streetcars such as this one. The next day we were leaving for Franz Josef, and we were supposed to take a train, but I don't know what happened. Somebody was killed on the track, so we decided, or Lindsay decided, that we were going to drive, and it was spectacular scenery as you see right now, and we're going to Arthur's Pass.
Okay, so we're just going to pull over here for a photo stop. Just please stay off the...
Yeah, it is cute.
Go, Michelle.
Arthur Pass. Arthur Pass, that's a one-lane bridge. And beautiful. It's pretty cold here, but it's not raining. About 50 degrees. And as you can see, we're getting up where the snow is. And we stopped for a meat pie, and it was absolutely excellent. As you see, they had all sorts. So like I said, we are on our way to Franz Josef, the glacier, and a beautiful waterfall, and a whole bunch of natural things like kiwis and penguins. So now we are having lunch at, oh boy, Ho Kit Taika Gem Place, especially for Jade. I think I may have screwed up the meat places, the meat pie places, who knows. So this is the waterfall near Franz Josef. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? Well, I'll tell you what, it started to rain and it poured, and we got soaked before we got to the hotel. And over here is, oh, who's that? So after we got back to the hotel and dried off, beautiful hotel, Michelle found some kiwi tracks. And so we looked at them. This is the next day after the waterfall. and we were able to see 2 fantastic kiwis in the nature center, and then we got penguins. And the penguins were pretty cool. Most of them were injured, that's why they were there. And then we had this weird sign, this one, penguin poo. I don't exactly know what kind of poo doesn't smell, but I guess penguin poo does smell. And then we had some crazy type of lizard going. Now it's on to Queenstown, and before we got there, beautiful scenery, but Mike decided to bungee jump, so that comes a little bit later on in our tour.
Gates asked.
Let's go, Mike! Mike did a terrific job, no screaming or anything, but here is my bungee jump from 25 years ago. Yep, I screamed like a little girl, but now here we are on our way to Queenstown, and beautiful scenery. So this is our view from our hotel in Queenstown. I didn't think it looked like this, but there's no flat place for this, Queenstown. And there's the mountains, beautiful. Wow. Okay, well now we're on our way to Milford Sound, which is probably one of the most beautiful places on the South Island. Look at this. Then we stopped at Miles Pies. Oh my, they were fantastic. We got the one on the bottom, which was a apple and blueberry pie. It was fantastic. Greg, our bus driver, stopped a couple times for spectacular views of cirques, arêtes, and hanging valleys. They were amazing.
This is where their campground was, just around the corner here. And the last and only evidence of that campground is actually the baker's oven, and you're 1,000 at the entry. Yeah, they did think about putting a road zigzag up there and then down the other side, but you'll see why they didn't when we got to down. And let's have a look down there.
And as you'll see, it's getting a little sunny. There's a sunspot right there. And the weather is starting to change. A little bit of blue sky, and wow, it starts getting really nice. But on our way to Milford Sound, Lindsay took some pictures of some very bad parakeets. They chew rubber off like the side view windows and side view mirrors and antennas. They're bad, bad birds. Milford Sound. And that's blue sky. Beautiful. Milford Sound group picture with Lindsay in the middle. That is an example of a hanging valley. So the side glacier came out of here and dumped into this huge glacier. So there's a cirque right there, the round thing. These are arêtes on either side, and that's a hanging valley. Wow, spectacular. So Milford Sound, and as we go around, this is the terminal moraine. It goes underwater, very shallow here. The rest of the water here is over 600 feet. That's the Tasman Sea. And that, if you kept on going that way, that you would hit Australia. And he says that gets as rough as the Drake Passage.
On a traîné, on a traîné. Alors, parce que là on sort.
Nocturnal, so this is often how we'll find them throughout the day, just resting and recovering, soaking up the sunshine so that during the night they've got the energy to go hunting and fishing. Being able to dive down to about 180 metres and hold their breath for up to 10 minutes. But unfortunately they were hunted for their fur back during the sealing and whaling era. Here in New Zealand was around the early 1800s.
Hanging Valley Waterfalls.
Oh, he's gonna have like down in the road.
So thank you all so much for coming out and cruising with us. Without you guys coming out here and visiting Milford, we don't get to do this. And to be honest, none of us want real jobs, so thank you all very much, and we wish you the best with the rest of your travel.
There's our steamer. Built in 1911, wow. We're going to Walter Peak Station to have a gourmet lunch and watch some sheep shearing. Those dogs are ready.
That's good. So yeah, first things first, got the belly of our sheep shorn already. So we've got a few new starters on our farm, and they're not quite fully sheared.
Wow, look how thick that is. Now we're getting back on the steamship and we're going back to Queenstown. And Michelle and I are going to have a teapot cocktail, and then we're going to the bathhouse with everybody else to have our final farewell dinner. Devin, we follow Devin a lot.
Well, hello. It's happy hour in Queenstown, New Zealand. It is our last night in New Zealand. We leave tomorrow back to the States, and we wanted to try one of these famous cocktails at the World Bar. So it comes in a teapot. Mine, I forgot what it's called, but it's got passion fruit, pineapple, and Aperol. And Greg's, I forget what his is called, the Hunter. But it's pretty cool. You just pour it in from the teapot, and it is delicious. So cheers.
So this is our farewell dinner with Lindsay at the boathouse and our entire crew of 14 people. Great crew.
You guys on Instagram or WhatsApp or what are you guys doing? Facebook over there? Are you influencing?
I saw two influencers today. I was James.
James, sorry. He always gets me on that. She said you're long text message. Maybe a little fuzzy on the inside. She's going to chat to you about this book and history and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm going to have a go.
After dinner.
And then you guys are going to have a go.
After dinner. Because obviously being so close to the lake. Oh, here comes the air slope.
Yeah.
was in a good few times today. So it was the Walkertickle Rowing Club for a good while, and then it was unfortunately left just.
I didn't hear her mention it. So in this room here, men's and women's bathrooms, we have a whole lot of old-fashioned 1920s swimsuits. So we're going to all go in, get dressed up, after dinner. Finally, someone picked up their weather slick this afternoon.
Yes.
I'm going to say, just remember, with all those reviews and stuff, I said right at the beginning, I do everything, I don't do weather. That's your job. That was your job. So we got a 50-50. We got a 50-50, right?
We still have a job then.
Yeah, well,
We kept our job. We didn't get fired.
Yeah, it's a pass, right? It's a pass.
Cheers. All right.
Cheers to you. Cheers to my little family. My boutique family. Thank you so much.
So the next day, we go to the airport in Queenstown to fly to Auckland. And so Sally, Mike, myself, Michelle, and Lindsay went to the airport together. And we are flying to Auckland, like I said. And then Sally, Mike, myself, and Michelle are actually flying on the Delta Flight 64 back to LAX. And unbelievably, the weather is the nicest it's ever been in 16 days. And then, due to Michelle's sharp eyes and looking at the departures, she found out we had a flight that was much faster going to Detroit and much faster going to Elmira. So we ended up getting home 5 hours earlier, which that never happens.